Okay, good day, teacher. Thank you so much for joining this interview. My name is Nageswari and I'm your interviewer. Here in this interview, I will discuss with you about the challenges and strategies that you had been gone through, that you had been followed in teaching English as second language. Well, before we start our interview, please introduce yourself.
Okay, hi, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm Latha Ganesan. I'm a teacher. I work as a teacher in Tamil school. Okay, my experience is I'm teaching in Tamil school for 25 years already. Okay, now I'm teaching at SJKT Ladang Sumerela, Sungai Siput. It is in a rural area, which is rural. My school is in a rural area. Rural area. Okay, okay. I'm teaching English for year two students, and my main subject is math, and I'm also teach history and science for year two students.
Thank you for your introduction. Well, now let's start with our first question. Well, could you please share what are the main issues you face when you are teaching English as a second language for primary school students?
Our main issue, okay, when people's learning English as a second language are okay, primary students, okay, especially primary school
Yeah.
students, okay, struggle with fundamental English skills, okay, like vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar. Okay, we are using British English, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the sounds of the words or like phonics lah are different. So people's facing difficulty to spell the words correctly, and then they also uh, fear of making errors that makes them nervous to speak
Mm.
English or learn English. Okay, and then one another thing is mother tongue interference. Okay, mother tongue interference. Okay, that they are frequently referred to their native language like Tamil.
Mm.
Okay, they are more enjoying Tamil language in classes. Okay, when we are using English, okay, frequently in classes, they make them very bored, and then
Oh.
make them what we say the difficult to understand the words. Uh,
Mm.
so it make us we make it is main issue lah we are facing in primary schools.
So it is very difficult for you to teach the
Yeah,
students, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So it's difficult to students to understand what we are talking, what
Mm.
we are teaching
Yeah.
actually. So we have to translate in mother tongue, mother language lah.
So now let's move on to the second question. So how do you handle pupils who are weak in English or who show language incompetence in your classroom?
Okay, okay. First we used phonic for first 3 months, and
Mm-hmm.
for every standard we use we have a phonics list, okay, in our scheme of work. So for every standard, so we use the phonics list for first 3 weeks. We are not using any other lesson plan, or we give other exercises. We only use the phonics to read and give some spellings. Okay, and then we use modules like Mobim. Okay, it is prepared by our KPM to the big students especially. Okay, where the module is very basic and easy, and it has a very easy exercise which with guide answer to the students. And then we have a module impact, and then we have a reading what we say simple sentences. okay, book
Mm. Mhm.
to the students to make them more confident and then ready to the other lessons.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher. So let's move on to the third question. Based on your opinion, what are the two main causes that affect pupils' ability to acquire English language in primary level?
Okay, first one is mother tongue interference. Of course lah, the Tamil
Mm.
students they more like and to use Tamil language. Okay, so it's frequently using mother language and they have culture shock, especially for year one student when they came from like preschool.
Mm.
Okay, preschools when they came to primary school uh, first standard. Okay, when we teach in English, okay, it's make them shocked and fear, and then they what we said they also don't didn't understand what they actually learn, and
So
then what they
they also feel nervous, right?
yes, yes, and then they don't know what they are listening actually. Okay,
Mm.
it makes them what we said the culture shock.
Culture shock.
uh, yes. And then English has a complex phonics system. Okay,
Mhm.
our English has a complex phonics system, and mastering the correct pronunciation of words
Mhm.
makes them fear to learn English.
Now let's move on to the fourth question. Well, what strategies do you use to help pupils improve their English competence?
Competence. Okay. Um, Basically, we give easy exercise lah. Basic exercise, not what we said. We give we are starting with basic exercises and then go to a very complex one. Okay, uh, and then we using what we always have phonic games. Okay, and then using video and audio in our lesson. Okay, and then using LCD. Okay, as visual aids to make them more interest in English. Okay, and then we are usually give spelling every day.
Spelling.
Okay, yeah, not more than 3 words like every day. Okay,
Mm.
and then we give reading one simple sentences per day. Okay,
Mm.
whether we have a English lesson or not, we ask them to came to us and read some simple sentences.
Yeah.
Okay, when in free period lah or early in the morning. Okay, and then we have what we say the um, storytelling competition.
Mhm.
Okay, to make them uh, more fun. Okay,
To make them more enjoyable with the
yes, yes, with the English.
okay, so thank you so much. So, for the fifth question, could you please share on how do you build on pupils' first language or home language in your classroom to assist their English learning?
Okay, we ask them to make some scrapbooks. Okay,
Okay.
okay, to translate. We ask them to translate words from Tamil to English. Okay, it makes them to learn more English words. Okay,
Mm.
and then we give simple public speaking. Okay,
Okay.
okay, it can make them more confident. Okay, and then we use chat gpt uh, uh, to make them uh, learn new words. Okay, and then get new knowledge to develop their English.
So, teacher, nowadays ChatGPT is very trending, right, teacher?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, teacher, for the
And
info.
then the students are more able to use ChatGPT
Hmm.
than teachers.
Hmm.
Hmm.
There are also some benefits also, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
also disadvantages, right? Right,
but
teacher.
I think primary school students, it's they are not they use the chat GPT is very useful lah, because we always with them when they
Mm,
are using chat GPT.
mm,
We always give them our handphone to them to
mm.
ask them to search. And we nowadays we have one student, one laptop
Oh,
at our school. Okay,
okay.
so we always assess them to what they are
What they are
searching in
learning, searching.
yeah, not searching in chat GPT.
Mm,
uh,
okay, okay, okay. Thank you, teacher. So now let's move on to the sixth question. Based on your experience, how important are exposure and interaction in English for young language learners in acquiring the language, and how do you promote that in class?
okay, it is in English is important to our students because it is in an international language nowadays. English, because they are facing what we say, the 21st century. We are
Mm,
in
yes,
21st century, isn't it?
yes,
So we have to able to speak and learn English. uh, it's very important. We not only at school, the parents also have their own what we say importance. They also have to uh, they also have same importance like like us lah, like
like
teacher,
uh,
to give some information about the English language. Okay,
mm,
because then uh, uh, at myself, I always give some gift lah to good student. If
yeah,
they correct the three spelling, three words. Okay, I always give them gift. Okay, and we
okay.
are having English competition, story like story, a poem. Okay, restrict the
So,
poem competition at school level, district level. Okay, and then a presentation at assembly to make them more confident. Okay, then acting dramas. Okay, to make them fun and able to speak in English.
so sorry for interrupting you, teacher. Well, how about the weaker students, teacher? What do you do for the weaker students?
Uh, Reading competition, simple reading passages.
Uh,
Ask them to memorize the words. Okay, like today we are giving five words.
mhm.
Okay, we ask them to read and prepare at home, and then tomorrow morning they come and read the words to us. If correct means we give some gift lah to them.
If incorrect means you like giving them a motivation, right, teacher?
Yes,
To
and then
read.
we give some guides lah. We give some
Right.
guides,
Mm,
and then ask them to make videos and then
okay.
send to our group. Okay,
Mm,
it also a part of the lesson lah.
yeah.
Uh,
Teacher.
mm,
Thank you, teacher. So
okay.
let's move on to the last question. So,
Mhm.
what advice or methods would you suggest to a new teacher who is working with pupils learning English as an additional language?
Okay, give them the new teacher or freshie lah. Okay,
Mm,
English teacher have to give some chances to students again and again. Okay,
mm,
to make them more confident and love the language.
mhm,
Okay, make them love language and make them like they more enjoy the language.
mhm,
Okay, some student if they know they are making mistakes. Okay, they feel fear to what we said, try
Ask
again.
question. Ask question.
Yes, ask question and they uncomfortable lah.
Mm.
Okay. So the teachers should give them some chances. Okay, and then use different methods. Okay, equal to students' ability. Okay, uh, and then use modules. Okay, some modules. Uh, Modules like provide by PPD. We can also make our own modules.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yes.
then use social medias like ChatGPT. So to make the students more able to use English.
Okay, teacher. Thank you so much, teacher. Thank you so much for your time and your responses. All are really very valuable for our understanding and learning. Thank you so much for your time, teacher. Have a good day. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Thank